Success to most of us seems to be a destination, a place where we have all the things we want, like car, bungalow and things like that. But my dear champion society, the reality is that success is not a destination, but a journey that in full has to be cherished. Hello champion society, I am so glad to welcome you to the first ever episode of Being Champions with Vaibhav Nahata. I'll take you through this wonderful journey of self-development. So in the first episode, we have the man who has made the complete nation proud, because he's the person who has an extraordinary mindset. He's the person who people see as a role model. He's the person who has taken Nepal cricket to a completely new level. Yes, you are right. He is none other than the captain of Nepal cricket team, Mr.Paras Khadka. I'm so glad to interact with him, and it would be a wonderful session for you as well as me. So here we go. We're blessed and very, very glad to have you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Paras, you personally have faced so many challenges to lead Nepal to a place it is today. Even when you got the ODI nations, we did not have a cricket board, right? Throughout this journey, did you ever feel like giving it up?
I mean, see, for us, it was more about passion for the game. All the cricketers that have played the game in this country, even players before us, I've mentioned this in so many interviews, that for us, cricket was something that we love we love playing cricket, and cricket's been our passion. So that way, what happens outside of cricket ground is something beyond our control. But yes, having said that, we've gone through a lot of turmoil last couple of years. We've been suspended, our board's not been functioning, things are not in place where it should be. But still, the cricket team is still functioning. We have our under-19s, our women's team, our senior team still participating in so many different events. The only drawback to all of this would probably be if we had a proper cricketing board, or maybe our development side of things has slightly stopped. But what I believe is we had to go through this whole process. Why? Because the management side of things did not do things how it was supposed to be done. So that way, I hope that in the coming days we'll have a full functioning board. And for us, it's really important that we go out there and keep performing as cricketers. We have become an ODI country now, and all these years it's just that this passion for the game, we've always had this intense, I would like to call it, this whole focused group of people wanting to see Nepal cricket grow and wanting to get ourselves in front of the world cricketing circle. So that way we managed to come this far, and just hope that we can continue to do the same in the future as well.
Did you ever feel like stop playing cricket?
A lot of times. I've like being very honest with you. There have been times where I thought maybe when I was playing under-19s, especially, I thought that I think I played enough cricket. I should now move on to most of the youths in this country, go to another country maybe, pursue education. And I was thinking of maybe going to a cricket playing country, probably the United Kingdom or Australia, where there's scope for cricket, and then continue. But life had other plans for me. Destiny had other things in store. So that way, things started happening, and I'm here today. I'm glad that I did not, go abroad, and I've managed to continue playing cricket. And yeah.
I want to learn one thing from you. You said there were difficult times. You were about to leave away, but you didn't go, right? Things happened.
Yeah.
So what is the key of, not giving up when the situations get hard to you?
I think it's about realizing that you could have, not only me, there are other cricketers as well who could have easily chosen a different path and then maybe made bigger things out of life. But having said that, if we look into the whole journey of today, where we are, where Nepal cricket is today, I don't think anything else can be substituted for this. And for us, like I mentioned earlier, it was all about playing cricket, yes, and helping our cricket to grow from all the struggles from Division 5, 4, there are different hurdles to becoming an ODI country. Just that passion for the game. And like I said, there were times when you thought what should we do? But we as cricketers, we sat down, we discussed that we have almost spent a certain amount of our prime age into this. So why not give it our best shot at it? And eventually, with all good intentions, good things happen to you. And that has happened to the cricket team. And that way we have managed to come this far, and we are successful because all of us were very, very honest in what we are planning to do, what we are thinking of doing. Our intentions were very, very clear. We wanted to help Nepal cricket grow, and because of everybody's combined efforts and thinking, we've managed to come this far.
You wanted to be an architectural engineer,
Yeah.
is that true?
Yeah, very true. I think if not for a cricket, I would have definitely become an architect.
How do you feel that you are not an architectural engineer today?
See, architect is something that really fascinates me when I travel around, when I see different buildings and all the structures. It really actually fascinates me. So that way, that is always there. But having said that, I've got this bigger responsibility now. Having given this opportunity, I feel very lucky, privileged that I've managed to play for my country, and besides that, being the captain itself has been an incredible journey. So that way, see, I don't have any regrets because see, architects is something that maybe if I had become an architect, maybe I wouldn't have become the person that I am today. I wouldn't have been able to maybe sit in front of a camera and talk to you the way I'm doing right now. But that way, cricket has helped me become a better person. And that way, I'm very, very glad. So I just hope I can keep giving it to cricket. I'm playing right now, and I believe that even when I'm done playing, I'll make sure that I'm somehow involved in cricket, because, like I said, the cricket in me might stop, but the cricket around me will never stop. So would love to see Nepal cricket just grow with me, around me, in front of me, and even after me.
Mr. Paras, aggression has somewhat been trendy in cricket, right? Aggression and somewhat indecency has been trendy in cricket. But the best thing I find about you is your simplicity and your decency. So what role do you think this simplicity and decency has played into your success?
I take things very easily. I mean, it might sound a bit, I would say, might not sound right to many people, but I'm very balanced in terms of how my life is and how people around me are. So that way I take things very easily, whether it's victory or whether it's when you have lost a match. I would like to say, when we have won, I don't go overboard and say, we have done this and we have done that, X, Y, Z. When we have lost, not go really down and say, don't know what to do, like how to come about it. So I think it's about learning. I think over the years, one thing that I've tried to do is learn things around me, things beyond me, read the things that really fascinates you to becoming a better person. So that way, I think life in a very simple way. I believe in karma. So what it is, like, if you do good, if you have good intentions, good things will happen to you. It has worked for me, and I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who believe in this and can relate to this.
You mentioned you like reading books, right? You read books.
It's not that I read books. I mean, reading means I read a lot of articles, a lot of, like different kinds of like things around. But I'm not much into reading books. But if somebody gives me a book that, a recommended book that is really nice and can really influence somebody, I would really go into it. But I'm not much into reading. I read articles, but not much into reading books and stuff.
Mr. Paras, your story is really inspiring. When I was doing research about you, I really felt, an energy within me. And the best part, I would like to ask you that how can Nepal create more success stories in different categories, different fields, like that of Paras Khadka?
I think more than relating, for anybody not like relating themselves to me, I'm sure people would want to become somebody who is famous and who's done well in their respective fields. But I think it's about creating your own identity. Like, look, like Sandeep Lamichhane, one of our young prodigy, is in the IPL right now. So he's made a name for himself. So that way, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there in different fields who are doing exceptionally well. So it's all about, like I mentioned, I mean, when we are in school, we are taught like you have to work hard, you have to be disciplined, you have to be determined, like so many D's, and you have to manage your time, and you have to, do this and that. But I believe it's about keeping things simple, understanding things that you are good at, and pushing yourself. See, everybody cannot be rich, everybody cannot be famous, everybody cannot be successful, everybody cannot be popular, and everybody cannot be loved by everyone. But the thing is that it's about how well you are at managing things for yourself, and it's about finding yourself. It's about finding what you are good at. It's about finding the people around you, how they respond to what are the things that you do. For me, no matter where I go or who I become, my family has always treated me the same way that they've always treated me. Obviously, when you climb the ladder into more people knowing you, more people around you, the more humble you become, I think the better that it is. And for me, it's worked for me. Why? Because I myself come from that kind of a background, that kind of a nature where I've worked very hard to come where I am today. So for everybody out there, I think everyone needs to be very focused, be very honest. I think this word called honesty is something that I might be very repetitive about it, but it's not just about working very hard. You can practice from 9 to 5, or you can practice 10-14 hours a day, but if you are not honest in what you have done, it really doesn't matter. You could practice for half an hour, or you could practice for 3 hours. It's about doing the right thing at the right time, and if you can do that, you will definitely become successful in whatever field that you are good at, or whatever field that you choose to.
I really felt about this, you know. And one thing that I would like to ask you is that how is Paras Khadka 15 years ago different from Paras Khadka right now?
I think the difference would probably be I deal with a lot of people, obviously. I mean, there's a lot of things around me, but I don't think much has changed about me. Why? Because the friends that I hang out with is the same people that I've grown up with. Nobody in my friend circle has really changed. Like, I mean, there are people who have gone abroad for studies, who are in their respective fields. So my friends, my family, cricket personalities, yes, they've been players before me who played with me, who played against me, whom I've learned so much with. And right now, I'll probably say like the difference for me would be the kind of reaction that we get from people in the country for cricket, especially. I remember probably before 2014, before we made it to the 2020 World Cup, people really didn't think that Nepal would come this far. And for us, it was very important that we set ourselves a platform where we can, be heard. And then we worked very hard, we made it to the World Cup, and after that, the real gradual change has come. But it's not just that we qualified for the World Cup and this batch of cricketers, it's the whole generation of cricketers, even before us, who had so much of sacrifices, so much of, input into where we are today. So, and for us, I think that the bigger challenge is moving forward, we want to set a benchmark. I mean, the cricket team has set benchmarks, and would love to see the future generation of this country, whoever takes up the game, to, be brighter, more prosperous, and more successful than the way we are today, and I believe it will happen.
Mr. Paras, you show promising consistency, not just consistency but improvement consistency. Division 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, playing T20 World Cup, and now being an ODI nation. You have been very continuously improving. What is the key to your consistent improvement?
I think it's the whole team, I would say. Like I said, I think our intentions are very clear. And when intentions are clear, when you work hard towards it, the energy that surrounds you, I think that actually helps you to, become successful. Because we have all these players from different background, different places within the country. We all come together, we train hard. Why? Because we want to help Nepal cricket grow. Why? Because we want to see Nepal win. So that way, all of us have been pushing ourselves, and that way things started happening, and slowly but steady, like they say, the harder you work, the luckier you get. And for us, I think cricket team, we have worked so hard with such determination and such integrity that when we want to go out there on the field, and when we are supposed to win, we have actually managed to win on that particular day, in spite of all the odds. So that way, I believe in God, I believe in karma. So that way, there is an external power out there who is actually looking after us. Why? Because he or she believes that our intentions are very good.
So a lot of inspiring talk with Mr. Paras out here. We are taking a short break. Stick yourself to your screens, because outside the break, the next side of break, will be another chat of excitement and inspiration. I am Vaibhav Nahata. Let's take a smart break. Grand welcomes after the break. I am Vaibhav Nahata, and here in the studio we are having a chat with the captain of Nepali cricket team, Mr. Paras Khadka. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
One thing I am sure everyone wants to know, that when Karan Casey and Sandeep Lamichhane made that 50-run partnership around to make Nepal stand at a different level in cricket. Did you say him something that time?
I mean, very proud. Would probably say one of the most amazing days of my life that I've been on a cricket field. Having gone through this whole process of division and climbing ladders, we knew that we had to win that game to get into the World Cup qualifiers. And if you lose that game, you'll probably be like another couple of years or 3 years back. So that way, like I said, for the last wicket to go out there and get the partnership done is something which might not happen again.
Exactly.
And the way Karan and Sandeep both batted that day, I mean, it'll always remain in our memories. And even when we watch the videos, even today, if you go onto our video thing and analyze and watch the replay of that whole innings, you still get goosebumps and you feel like the wicket could fall anytime. So, I mean, very, very grateful. I think both of them have been exceptional. And plus, like I said, it's been a combined, a fantastic team effort. A lot of people credit me saying like, you know, you have done this, you have done that. But for me, without the team that I have, without the bunch of cricketers, without the bunch of friends and brothers that we have, then the kind of relationship that all of us have together, I think that is one of our biggest strength and would probably be the key factor to where we are today.
I remember very well that when I was watching that match, you know, you can't watch that match, the scorecard. There was a commentary in YouTube going on, and the commentator said, "Aba Nepal ko journey, yes saal siddhi na ato, kinaki possible saina." He exactly said that. And just after 20 minutes, 30 minutes, things changed.
Yep.
And you know, it was a really, you know, inspiring moment for me as well. That, you know, people don't think sometimes that you can do it, but it can happen, right?
It has happened. I think I mean, not because I'm the captain of the cricket team and I played cricket. I think the cricket team has over the years proved a lot of things to a lot of people. See, we live in a country where we complain about so many things, which is pretty obvious because things are not in place how it's supposed to be. But for us, we have set a standard where, like, forget about what you don't have. Make the best of what you have. And the cricket team has really, you know, like, in spite of very limited resources, we managed to break all the odds and like be where we are today. So that way, I'm sure a lot of people out there would like to, you know, follow that. And just that, I just want everybody to realize that it's not a 1 day or a 2 year or 3 year journey. It's years and years of hard work. And eventually, for some people, it has happened in a couple of months. For some people, it's taken 20 years. So it's all a matter of, you know, how things are in place and how you go about it and how you handle yourself during all that ups and downs. And as a team, I think we have managed to keep this balance in check.
Mr. Paras, you always talk about your team. I have never heard you saying that I made it.
It's the team. I mean, we are playing a team game. So.
Exactly. That's what, you know, how do you keep that team motivated for, you know, performing every day with, you know, consistency, that effort?
I think we are very close, all of us. I try and get everybody together. We have social gatherings, we hang out, we party, we work very, very hard. We, you know, spend a lot of time together. So that way, I think there's this relationship between all of us that we understand, like, we have been lucky that we've been selected. I mean, we get to represent Nepal. Like, how many people get that opportunity? So that way, we are very, very privileged and very, very grateful that we have got this opportunity. So as cricketers, we try and put in the best effort individually, and when that individual efforts come in collectively, then that's when a good team is formed. And with everybody's energy for one particular cause, the energy is only going to get bigger, better, and with that, it's going to come down to better results as well.
Mr. Paras, is it true that you had been in your school team of cricket, football and basketball as well?
Yeah, I was part of the school football team, basketball team, cricket team, table tennis, athletics. Like, I was into extracurricular act. I used to paint, like, you know, drawing, like spelling contests. I mean, I participated in almost everything. Everything.
And still you were great at studying as well.
I was very good in studies, yes, because that way I think being in school, it really helped me. My school, I studied in South Point Boarding High School. I live in Baneshwar, that's in Kathmandu, and very close to my home, and the school is still there. And I remember the teachers then, the principal, and everyone was very, very supportive. We used to have teacher versus students matches and everybody playing against each other. It's just fun, good times, and never thought that I would, you know, become a cricketer, but things started happening, and that's how I managed to come.
So how did you manage this academics and sports at the same time and every other thing?
I think it's just a balancing time. Back then we did not have Facebook or social media as such. It's just about either you play football during the rainy season or cricket during the winters, and any time that year you played basketball. So, and myself, I managed my time very well. I knew that if I did not study, like, even wherever I go, I put this into first priority, especially in a country like Nepal, where education has to be your first priority, and then afterwards you can manage your things. I mean, if you want to become a cricketer and a doctor, yes, that's not possible because you have to manage both things properly. But let's say you want to get a decent degree, get into certain courses of study where you have a lot of options these days, so you can still play, get those 3 couple of hours, 4 hours into your study regime, and then that way eventually it'll help you. Because see, I mean, sporting careers are very short. For some it's 5 years, for some it's 15, 20. Maximum would probably be like probably 15 to 18 years, nothing more than that. So that way you need to manage yourselves. So for all the youngsters out there, I think all of you need to manage yourselves. I know social media is very good, but it can still be a distraction, especially at a very young age. So they should really concentrate on, you know, managing their times and just get into the other side of things, whether it's maybe somebody is good in playing music, somebody is good in dancing, somebody is good in debate. So if you want to excel in that genre, make sure that you manage your time, and I've managed to do that so far.
So here we have a small rapid fire round. I'll say a word and you need to talk whatever comes to your mind in 5 words.
Sure.
Success.
It's temporary.
Dreams.
Have to be big.
Hard work.
Cannot do without it.
Struggle.
Is real.
Love.
Has to be there.
Time.
Has to be managed.
TV.
You have to follow news, but it's the internet generation that we live in, so TV and internet would probably go hand in hand.
Exactly. God.
The biggest power.
Luck.
Fortune favors the brave, but you need to work hard, and like I mentioned earlier, the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Dedication.
You can't do without it.
Friend.
People who are always there for you and who know you better than anybody else.
Enemy.
As you go through a journey, there will be lots of ups and downs, and enemies can be termed as critics, and good criticism is always welcome.
So we are here at the end part of this program. How did you feel these 30 minutes in the studio to be?
I think it just passed just like that. I mean, I'm glad that, you know, I've come here, talk to you, yourself being very, very young. I mean, I see a very bright future yourself as well. And thank you to Makalu TV and to the youths like you. Would like to wish you all the very best from my side as well as from the cricket team. Hope all of us together can create all this benchmark as a cricket team. We are into the cricket field, you know, like trying to help Nepal cricket grow, and I'm sure there are a lot of individuals out there who are really pushing themselves in their respective fields, trying to excel. So wish you guys all the very best, and thank you for having me here and giving me this platform to express my views, opinions, and hopefully if I manage to inspire even a particular person, I'll be very, very grateful. So keep supporting Nepal cricket, and we'll continue to push ourselves to do better.
Grand privilege of us to have you.
Thank you.
Well, this was an incredible episode with the man himself, Mr. Paras Khadka. Thank you so much to Paras Khadka for being with us today, and thank you to you for watching this wonderful episode of Being Champions with Vaibhav Nahata. Next Monday, I'll be waiting to see you 7 p.m. only at Makalu Television.